I'll talk to facilities about that and see if I can get that door locked next week.
Why are you
Everybody good?
practicing inside today?
I like it inside. It's just a change up. It's not like the weather's bad. I mean, it's nice. I'm sure it's probably going to be fairly warm in Baton Rouge, so I don't anticipate it being cold down there. If I thought it would be, I'd probably be outside getting used to it. I like we were focusing on bringing our own energy, eliminate the music, which is just a little small petty thing, but it was good yesterday. I liked it. I liked the communication. I liked the noise that just coaching, chatter, and communicating during the game create or during practice. So we're just going to do it again today.
Well, one of the reasons what we wanted to talk to you today was to get practice under your belt and get a reaction from you. So what did you think yesterday?
I think it was it was good practice. It was just a practice, and you don't ever minimize them, but you don't ever want to put too much emphasis on them either. Every one of them matters. Our challenge, I think I made it clear with the media and the people inside these walls that our goal is to play our best game that we played all year long. That's our goal. And the only way to do that, like I told them yesterday, was to make yesterday our best practice that we've had all year. There's only one pathway to that. It's to have our best practice that we've had all year long. And so guess what I told them today? Today we need to have our best practice that we've had all year long in order to play our best when we go to Baton Rouge. And so that's really how we approach it.
Are you guys focusing on fundamentals this week?
A little bit of both. Fundamentals, always. Natural progression this late in the year is the fundamentals to a degree or the fundamentals. What's instilled in them at this point is you want to put polish on those. We're emphasizing introduction to LSU, and we're also emphasizing going good versus good to get speed, and that will be a bigger emphasis for us next week and game week to do more good versus good, simulating the looks that we'll see versus LSU.
So do you sense a renewed energy with this team?
I do, but we've also had a few days off, and it's a bye week, and we're practicing a little bit shorter, so some of those things are going to happen naturally. The real tell and the real test will be when we get in the game next week on Saturday.
Bumper Pool is in a yellow jersey yesterday. I mean, you looking for him to play?
I think he'll be fine. The open date will do him well.
What happened to him?
He's just nursing a little bit of just a regular muscle injury, and I think we thought it was wise to him to rest and recover this week.
What did you see out of the quarterbacks yesterday?
I saw a lot of them. I saw a lot of them getting out there and running around and throwing the ball. And I know you guys all want to talk about that. Just so you guys know, I think we have a pretty clear direction on what we anticipate doing in that game. But it's going to be to our advantage to not, divulge that. Just keep that in house and go from there. I know most of you guys are, my son asked me that this morning at the breakfast table. So you're not alone. He wanted to know who was going to be the quarterback, and we certainly have an idea of how we're progressing to that. It's not locked, it's not dialed in completely, but we'll have that more finite on Sunday.
You could announce Jack Lindsay as a starter and further confuse SMU.
Well, that would probably empty the roster at that point. And let me tell you, Jack. And Jack's done a great job in his role for us this year, and Jack's got some really nice qualities as a quarterback, and he actually worked in there a little bit yesterday, made a couple nice throws, and so who knows how this thing's going to progress, down the road these next few weeks.
How have the tight ends been doing without CJ and just trying to step up their contribution?
They've been doing all right. They're focused. They're mature. That's one thing I like about them. Hayden Johnson, Grayson Gunner, Chase Harrell, Blake Kern. I got an old room, and they've been a really good influence on Hudson. And it's that maturity has allowed me to not that I'm not focusing on them, because I am certainly, but as we ease into the game plan, they're very familiar with the things that we're doing to this point. And so far it's been really good. And I've leaned on them. That's one of the things, the advantage of having that relationship with those guys. I've leaned on them a little bit to give me just the pulse. I feel like I got the pulse, but there's 120 guys on this team, and I'm certainly leaning on those guys that I have those strong relationships with to keep me really in tune with the heartbeat of this team.
Do you anticipate Kirby Adcock being ready to go?
That's a good question. I don't know that. He may be a little bit out. If we played Saturday, I'd say no. But, with the rest and recovery, I'd say that, we probably need to talk about it on Tuesday or Wednesday of next week, but it's not ruled out. You guys get me nervous talking about these medical stuff now. I'm good, though, now. I got cleared. HIPAA, HERPA, FERPA, what is it? Something like that?
HIPAA.
Yeah, that one. That one scares me, but I'm good. I'm all clear.
When you were an assistant, you could just always lay it off on the head coach.
That's
Now
right.
You can't talk about it.
That's right.
But now you can.
That's exactly right. That's true what you're saying, Mike. You think, obviously I grew up in a head coaching household, and have worked for several different head coaches over the years, and Houston Nutt and Fitzhill and Keith Burns, really all Arkansas guys, you know, Brett and Chad, and it's, you know, it's easy to sit there and think, you know, what they're going through, and this is just such a smaller scale of the things that a head coach has to deal with, but that's real. I mean, that's real. You don't really realize what they deal with on a daily basis. You certainly come, that's real, and it's amazing how much even more comfortable I am today than I was 2 days ago. And so it's exciting time for me. It's not the circumstances that I wanted to be here, obviously, but we're going to make the best of it.
Did you and Chad have any conversation
We did.
when he left or afterwards?
We did. He called me the day of and was great, and just like I would expect him to. I mean, it was a really good conversation. Gave me some encouragement and had a good heart-to-heart talk like he did with all of us, and I was very appreciative of that. It meant a lot.
How much was Chad able to speak to the team after he was fired?
Yeah, I think I don't know if that opportunity came about just because of the circumstances, and so you know, just it is what it is this day and age, you know. And he was able to convey his thoughts, his messages to him. I do know that, and so it moved pretty quickly with Hunter meeting with him and me being up in front of him.
Thanks, Barry.
All right, everybody.